Alright guys, here I got two PA horns. These are Bogen SP series horns. So both of these are 15-watt horns that I acquired some time ago from eBay. And they're in pretty good shape actually. According to the seller, these were used indoors, but it seemed to be the opposite because there was some signs of pretty much some sun damage on the paint, so I pretty much repainted these, and it came out all good. And the sound of these is actually quite amazing. So let me play some music for you. So the name of the song is Uncle Cracker's "Drift Away." So here we go. Beginning to think that I'm wasting time. I don't understand the things I do. This one has a very clear sound to it. The world outside looks so now, this one has a transformer, this one doesn't. And I'll explain why later in the video. You can carry me through. Oh, give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Won't you take me away? And when my mind is free, you know it just. And here's the other one. This one is a lot quieter because it has the transformer on it. But even despite being quieter, it sounds just as good as the one without the transformer. Bogen Communications is really good with sound quality. That sounds amazing, actually. So, as you heard in that clip, these Bogen PA Horns had quite some decent bass, honestly, and despite sounding harsh on the high volumes, when you set it at the correct volume for the certain type of establishment that you're in, these two horn speakers really sound amazing. Now let's take a close look at them. So, first things first, the badge. The logo used to be pretty much like that one, but it was more centered. Therefore, the G would be right on the screw on the older Bogen horns that Atlas Sound made in the mid '60s to the early '80s. Now, another thing is, this one has a Lier Siegler logo on it. And they pretty much use this logo on pretty much all their products up until probably the early 90s. That will be when Bogen would stop using them. And apart from that, there is a major difference that you might notice instantly when looking at a Shinsung horn speaker of the 1980s and an Atlas Sound horn. And pretty much after Atlas Sound stopped manufacturing the Bogen horns, I guess this company decided to alter the design. So this design is pretty much an octagon shape. It's not squared like Atlas. Both of them, of course. This one's also an octagon, which is quite a funny design, but it actually makes sense in terms of patenting. But yeah. Now, onto this one. The reason why this one now got converted to an SPT-15A is because the original casing, the terminal strips got, the screws got stripped from the inside, and I believe from the outside as well. And therefore, they were rendered useless for new screws, so I had to get a whole new terminal casing for this one, and that's where the Bogen horn from the last video came in, and therefore, after parting out, I used the transformer for this one. So this one now has a transformer, which makes the speaker quieter, and this is pretty much to balance the amount of power being sent to these speakers from the 70-volt amplifier. Um, but apart from that, these two horn speakers sound really good, and they are absolutely amazing. So that will be it for the Bogen Horn Speaker Duo from the 1980s.